Well, we are counting down to the Michigan primary, now just 2 days away.
Yeah, and 3 of the 4 GOP candidates are in our state, and they're trying to sway undecided voters. Joining us to talk about this very crucial primary is Dave Dulio, political science professor at Oakland University. Professor Dulio,
good
welcome.
morning. Thanks.
So it seems that this thing is going down to the wire. I mean, is there a leader at this point, and who is it?
I'm not sure that there is one. It would be tough to pinpoint one of those folks, but if I had to say, it might be Governor Romney, former Governor Romney, having a bit of a positive trajectory in the polls in the last few that have been released. He was behind maybe even double digits a couple weeks ago, and he's either leading or it's at least tied from his perspective.
Now, we keep hearing about so much pressure on him to win here in Michigan, his home state, but what if he doesn't win? I mean, what does that do to his campaign?
It would be a severe blow to his candidacy if he doesn't win where he's expected to win. That's a big factor in these primaries and caucuses as we go through this process, is how candidates manage expectations. And it's certainly clear that Mitt Romney was expected to and probably should win in the state of Michigan. If he doesn't, he'll have a severe challenge to his candidacy.
And there seems to be a lot of rumblings among the top GOP officials that maybe there's questions about his electability, or, I mean, he seemed to have been in competition with Herman Cain and then with Newt Gingrich and now Rick Santorum. He's not pulled away.
That's true, and I think the Republican primary electorate has really been looking for another alternative, and they have cycled through all of the candidates that are in the race as the anti-Romney candidate. First it was Michelle Bachmann, and then it was Rick Perry, and then it was Herman Cain, and then Newt Gingrich, and now it's Rick Santorum's turn. And we'll see if he can sustain like the other candidates couldn't.
And hear them going at it after one another here in Michigan. What is this doing, I guess, to the campaign, to this GOP race itself?
Well, a number of things, I think, and it'll be interesting to see what turnout numbers are like on Tuesday. There's an argument in political science that says that negativity goes up, turnout goes down. The evidence there is a little bit mixed, so we'll have to see what our turnout numbers are like. There's the folks that argue that it goes down, or makes turnout goes down, say that it turns people off to the process. Well, people are already turned off to the process and politics generally. So we'll see if it has any real impact. I'm not so sure it will. I think you might even see turnout go up a little bit.
Now, is there any seriousness to this thought of an open convention? Is that just something that they're considering just for talk shows, or is it a real possibility?
I think it makes good discussion on TV shows, and it's also wishful thinking maybe by some in the Republican Party. I think it's far too late for a candidate to get in even now and try to challenge one of the 4 candidates remaining, let alone at the convention in August, when now we're talking we've got just maybe 11, 12 weeks until the general election. A candidate at that time would have a real impossible chance of getting a candidacy up and running, forming a campaign, and getting into a position to challenge the president.
And from your perspective, we've got 2 days to go. What do these candidates need to do to sway some of these voters?
They need to talk about issues that people care about. And I think that in Michigan, that's the economy.
Sure.
There's, when you've got news even today, like American Axle closing, though that's the issue that everybody cares about. I think Republicans have gotten a little bit distracted by social issues, and those are important, especially in that electorate. But it's the economy in this state. It will be the economy. It has been, and it's going to continue to be into November. That's what the voters care about. They want to hear what the candidates are going to do to fix the economy, attract jobs, and get us turned around.
All right, we're going to see how they do. Dave Dulio, thank you so much for being here and sharing your expertise. And you can count on 7 Action News and WXYZ.com for the best coverage of the Michigan primary this Tuesday. We will have up-to-the-minute results on air, online, on your cell, and on your tablet.